I got jam in my legs, and I'm ready to spread these fists all across Chico nose. Chico, what is you doing, dog?
I don't know what's going on today, man. Man, he got me handling the boards, but hey.
Hey, y'all, we got to check in with Wemby. LeBron has gone to Cancun. We're going to talk about Prime and Shedeur. There's a lot to get off on this morning run on Get Off Wednesday. Wemby, 21 points in the first half, Chico. It's the morning run.
That's him.
Boy, to slide. Wake up, tap in, drop a super chat now. Morning run go dumb, funniest in town. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. Hey, runner.
You ain't sub yet. Sit your ass down. You understand me? It is about that time to hit that sub button and join us. Runners, mount up. It is the morning run with Uncle Neely, Big Dog Chico Cleasy, coming to you live and direct from the middle of the ocean, in the middle of America, the East Coast to the West Coast. As Uncle would say, we're blowing on the best smoke. So let's get up out of here, man. As Ric Flair would do. We got some things to talk about, Uncle Neely, and we're going to talk about them. We got the chat joining us also, the runners. We want y'all to get involved, join the conversation. Let us know where you checking in from. Hit the like, subscribe to come in and everything else. And share this with a friend of a friend of a friend. Let them know that we up in this thing live and direct. What's up, Unc?
It's all good, man. I'm seeing Firestone, Colorado in the building. Waco, Texas in the building. Central Cali is in the building. Montgomery is in the building. And, of course, 420 is in the building. Chico. You like Beetlejuice, got to say your name 3 times to make you appear. How you feeling, brother?
Like my head getting smaller each and every damn day up in this thing. I'm doing great. Watch Wemby take over and become probably the most effective, the most talented, the most complete player ever. We're going to talk about that too. See what you think about that. We're going to talk about some Shiggity, Shedeur Sanders, Coach Prime, Colorado Buffaloes, LeBron, damn James.
No.
We have to talk about also and where he's going to end up and what the Lakers are going to do with my dog LBJ. So wherever you want to start.
Where you want to start it?
Man, let me see. I want to see what the chat talking about first of all. I'll go ahead and give a shout out to the chat before we go any further. Let me see who we got up in here, Unc.
Oh, then Danny's in the building. Aretha checking in from Baton Rouge in the building. The Red Stick. You know, Reverend BJ Old Now Nelson is checking in. And when you see Firestone, that ain't nobody but the shark with the fork. That's Louisiana Glenn in the building.
You know, I got a friend out of Firestone that said they heard when you said that. They were like, oh, it ain't nobody but Louisiana Glenn. And they was like, hold up, tell Uncle Neely that Louisiana Glenn ain't the only one in Firestone. I said, oh, okay. What I'm talking about?
Yeah. Rep your set. Throw it up. What y'all throw up? How y'all throw up Firestone?
Firestone. Throw the F's up.
Well, don't you do it, Chico. That was pitchfork. There you go again. Hey.
I did it backwards. See the pitchfork you know what? Don't even worry about it. All right. Let's talk about
folks, y'all see They said they get what you asked.
All right, good then. Well, let's start in the NBA, Uncle Neely, because we got a game today with the Cavs and the Pistons.
Game last night.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one. My bad. Get it right. First of all, let's go back to the game last night. Let's go back to the games last night. Let's do that. All right. What were you most impressed with from the games that we did have last night, Uncle Neely, where we saw the Spurs, of course, go up on the Timberwolves? We talked about it. We predicted it. We said, if you're on mybookie.ag, this is what you need to do. 126-97. What's the win? What you think about that one?
It's the reason that you and I both picked the Spurs, and we didn't just pick them yesterday. This is back in December because we recognize with what they can do with that once in a lifetime, not once in a generation, that once in a lifetime player they got in Wemby. That when he is clicking, like they are just about unstoppable, and for them to, as a young team, the Spurs,
Very young team.
Be going up against the Timberwolves, who've been in this kind of situation at least the past 3 seasons. And every time the Timberwolves would make a significant run and get that thing at about 9, or 10, or 8, it go right back up to 20. Wemby is just special. I am going to tell you today, Chico, on May 13th, 2026, year of our Lord, that as it currently stands, Wemby is no doubt the best player in the NBA right now. There's nothing he can't do. He can go to the basket. He can put his back to the basket. He can shoot mid-range. He can shoot threes. And defensively, there's nothing that he can't do. He can get steals. He can get blocks. He can alter shots. Once he learns how to fall, y'all, he's going to be unstoppable. 21 points in the first half, 7 of 13 field goals, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks from the big man, Wembyana. With those kind of numbers, that kind of effort, that's why I predicted them to win this series and go to the Western Conference Finals.
Absolutely. I predicted them to win that game yesterday also, and for Wembyana to have a big game, 27 points, 17 rebounds for him, 3 to add on with 3 blocks, and altered many shots in that game, had a plus 24 also. So I think that, man, this guy's just imposing his will now. And you saw when he went to the basket and dunked that thing, we had the open lane to do so, and he showed that emotion. I think that's what the people were waiting for from Wemby, and I think that he's come out of that shell now, to where I think some of his teammates might have went around him and said, "Hey, man, listen, we need you to be Monstars Wemby. We need you to be, take it to the hood a little bit. Take it to the hoods of France. Come out of that thing. Go to the playground a little bit and just do your thing." And we saw him going between the legs, shaking and baking, taking Rui, putting Rui, what's his name, Gobert on skates, man. And just not having any remorse or sympathy for him, just taking it straight to his chest. So I like that version of Wemby right there. Just be aggressive, dog, because can't nobody really stop you.
And one thing that people are not used to in the ability to stop him is that when you got him stopped and you think you have made him pull up for mid-range, and somehow he can still do a up and under finger roll layup because he's so damn long, he still get to the basket.
Like, what we
Like,
doing?
there's no other player in the NBA that if I make you pick your dribble up there right there, you can still lay it up off the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he still can get that. Well, one thing I always watch for, Chico, is what does your guy make the other team do?
Right.
Now, this ain't no diss, Chico. This is just something I want to point out. Wemby has put the Timberwolves in a position that Mike Conley played 15 minutes last night.
Damn.
That means you got them reaching in the cabinet like they on Food Network on Chop. Just we got to do something.
Give me that and go with it.
Yeah. Well, because they were throwing double teams at him, getting physical with him. One thing he did show just growth and maturity from the last game is watch him last night when they would get physical with him. He would smirk at it instead of getting mad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's embracing it now. Somebody on his team and talk to him, maybe a veteran like Harrison Barnes or somebody to talk to him and say, hey, go ahead, go out there and be a man child. I think we're seeing what maybe people I think it was the 50s or the 60s when Wilt Chamberlain played. I think we're seeing like the modern day dominance of how Wilt Chamberlain was back in the day when he played. Like, people just couldn't stop him, and they were so just, oh my God, just he's 7'1", like he's finger rolling, he's getting all the rebounds, he's blocking all the shots. I think people are enamored like that, like they were with Wilt. They're doing it now. They're like that now with Wemby and what he's doing.
I don't want to do anything to change Wemby game, but if I did one thing, Chico, to be this. Just one thing. Just one little thing. I still believe the closer you are to the basket, the better your odds are of making it. And Wemby, I know you can shoot the three, but you don't have to take 5 threes a game.
Really?
Yeah, you don't have. Now, if you wide ass open, I mean, sure, go ahead. But you at the 3-point line, Wemby, you are one dribble away from a layup.
Yeah, technically.
And I'd rather see you get that 2 than get a 30% chance at a 3. I'd rather you get that 100% chance at a 2.
I think you need to up that to at least a 35% chance at the 3 because he's shooting 34.9 and shot 35% last year. And you saw when they had a technical, he went to the line to shoot. I think that just like if you were to go shoot in like a 6-foot basketball goal, it's it's a lot easier, I would say, than shooting in a 10-foot goal. You have a different angle, different trajectory. I think
Absolutely.
I think it's an easier shot for him. I don't mind him taking it if he's shooting at 35%, which I think that will only
Yeah, but
go up
okay,
during
but
his
look,
career.
you shooting at 35%, but from the field you shoot 9 to 16. That's more than 50%.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
but
saying. Like you're for instance, you remember that game they lost by 1?
okay.
He take 2 less threes and make 1 more layup, they win the game.
But are they good shots though? Is what I'm looking at.
Well, no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. That's why I preface with I'm not mad at the selection.
Mhm.
They're giving it to you. I get that. But what I'm saying is just because they giving it to you, dog, you one dribble in a stride from dunking it.
So he could pump fake that thing, dribble,
Yeah.
and get to the basket, get an
Yeah,
easier
and
shot.
get a foul and
I'm
get a
saying.
three and get a 3-point play that way. And
Okay.
so statistically speaking, that gives you a better advantage in shooting the 3. But it's not out of hand. He didn't take but 5. He made 2 of them. I'm just saying I saw some times last night where it's like, hey, dog, there's nobody in front of you but the rim. You know you can go dunk that thing right now.
Yeah, make a move or 2 and just reach out and dunk that
Yeah.
thing. You know, I think it's just it makes him even that much more dangerous to be able to shoot the 3 and just to have that in his arsenal. Man, it's just making him even more unique as a
I get it.
player.
Yeah. But
7
I'm
foot 4,
gonna
7
still
foot
go back and
5.
forth. I'm gonna go back and forth with you on the cheat codes. Another thing that the 3 ball does that doesn't help him. He's not gonna get fouled shooting the 3.
Yeah, most likely. I like that. You know, I'm
And so
all for getting the team in foul trouble. I like
yeah,
that.
and so Wemby, instead of taking 5 of those threes, you realize if 5 of those are mid-range or layups, he'll probably 3 of those 5 you get in contact on, and you sitting somebody else on the bench, and now you looking at Mike Conley at my age out there playing 15 minutes. Like work them.
Yeah.
Work them.
Yeah. Just continue to put pressure on them.
Yeah, because they can't
playing
stop
around
you.
with it.
126 to 97, the final score. There were moments that it was closer. That there were moments that Ant-Man did his thing. There were moments that Reed did his thing. But once they would get back in it, here come Wemby and them, and it's up 20 again. And so here it is, Chico, as they say with those big words, on the precipice. San Antonio leads 3-2. They're 1 away. Will it go 7, Chico, or is it a wrap on the next one? That'd be the question for Friday. That's the question for Friday, Chico.
But right now, you got former champion Boston Celtic Paul Pierce saying that this is the best basketball player I've ever seen play. Yeah. He is the most complete player we've ever seen play the game. I'm looking at all the little things that he's doing as a guy that size, and it's just unbelievable. Over LeBron, over Jordan, over Jokic.
Hand me that same memo. I sign it. The only thing that has not happened yet. It's almost like yesterday when you asked me about the Lakers and LeBron. His body of work hasn't been long enough in the NBA. But what I am currently seeing, he is definitely the best player in the NBA right now. Now we just have to see, can he stretch it together over seasons?
Exactly. Stay healthy. I think it's damn near no doubt. If he continue to put up numbers 25, 11 and a half, and 3 blocks per game, undamn believable, dog. That's huge. And I think he'll peak at about 28, 29 points a game and probably 12 or 13 rebounds.
That's sick.
Unbelievable, dog.
That's sick.
Damn. Well, got that game popping off. We'll talk about that. Also, we have, what game do we have? Go to the Cleveland Cavs and the Pistons.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go there. Hey,
what's that one? 2-2 now. What is it? Let me pull it up on my.
First of all, let me get my echo. Let me get my echo right.
Yeah, that one is 2-2. They're gonna tip off tonight on ESPN. Man, it's hard keeping up all these damn networks. It's gonna play tonight, 7 p.m. Central. That is on ESPN. The series is tied 2-2. They got Detroit favored in this next matchup. They've been trading punches like a heavyweight fight. I still believe that the Pistons are the better team.
You believe the Pistons are the better team.
Mhm.
And I've said that I think that Cleveland is the most talented team out of the two.
And I would agree with that.
Good. But as far as best team, whew, I'm still gonna have to go with
Talent
Cleveland.
for the Cavaliers. I'm looking over at you, Harden. Don't always show up in the playoffs.
Right. But hey, Harden watched the show once again, and he said,
did.
"Forget that." He went out for 24.
He texted you. I seen
And
it. He screenshotted to me.
Yeah, Donovan Spider Mitchell went crazy with 43 points. But you know who we spotlighted from the Pistons last show?
Who that?
Well, at least I said I don't think he's gonna continue to do this, and he's gonna be that I guess that pivotal piece for the Pistons, and that's Duncan Damn Robinson. He had 17 points. He was playing well in the series. In this game, only 1 of 2 shooting, 4 points. So that's what I was saying. If they can let Cade get his, which he really didn't do last game with 19 points, we're going to see what Tobias Harris does. He had 16 last game. But that third person, Duncan Robinson, come on, dog. Duncan Robinson can't be the third person that's going to lead us to the Eastern Conference Championship. At least that's what I'm saying if I'm a Cavalier. I'm not going to let him be the guy that's going to prevail them over us. I got James Harden, Spider Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and a host of other guys, and we let Duncan Robinson get off? No, dog. Hell.
Chico.
Can't let that happen.
Chico. You had your I told you so moment, and I salute you on it. Now it's time for old Unc to have his I told you so moment. And you know, one day, Chico, the morning run, we're gonna be able to afford to have us a paid staff that I can say, hey, run the clip. And they just run the clip.
That's right.
But you know, the beauty of it is we got the Sabrina Blankenships, the Dawn Dunkers, the Dan Dandies, the Reverend B.J. Nelsons. They were remember when old Unc told y'all on Monday. I said, well, watch this now. If Cade Cunningham can get 7+ assists and 20 points, they win. If Cade come in under 7 assists, I don't care what the points is, they're going to lose, but particularly if it's under 20. Check this out, Chico. Cade Cunningham, 19.6 assists.
Right under 20 and under 7 assists.
Like, that dude, for me, is still my quote-unquote, even what Wemby is doing, is still my quote-unquote MVP if you look at the totality of the entire season. But if he doesn't get everybody else involved, if he don't get around 8, 9, 10, even 11 assists, it makes it so much harder for them to win as a team. Because he can get his. He scored 19, but he capable of scoring 30 a night. He can get his.
Mm-hmm.
But he has to, like LeBron, even throughout his career, you got to take moments of the game, be like, you know what? It's more important that Chico make this shot right now than me. Because my rhythm ain't going nowhere. I got to get him in rhythm.
Yeah.
And when he starts getting that 8 to 10 assists per game, Detroit doesn't stop.
Getting everybody else involved, and everybody else is hitting shots also, wide open shots like a Duncan Robinson, and so on. So, like you said, yeah, he's getting people involved. I think the Cavaliers figure that out and say, hey, man, we got to find a way to get our guys off. We're going to get Spider Mitchell off. We're going to let James Harden do his thing, and we're going to play great defense also. And I think that's what prevailed them to that win right there. 7 p.m. tonight going down.
Cavaliers, we were last on 112, 103. Just talked about Cade, 39 minutes, 19.7 to 16. You had some other guys like Harris with 36 minutes or 6 to 17. Need to get him closer to 50%. That makes up a gap. Robinson only one of 2. The Pistons are still right there. This is still a great series. It's tied 2-2. I'm just looking for tonight, man. I'm going with Detroit tonight. Man.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I could see Detroit getting a win tonight. Series
it's at home. They're playing at home.
They're playing at home. You know what? Cleveland, y'all got to find a way to get this win on the road, dog. You have to, because then you have to have game 7 in Detroit, right?
Yeah, it's 1-1-1 from here on out. So they'll go to Detroit. Because it's always just 2-2, they're definitely going back to Cleveland. And then a game 7, if necessary, will be back in Detroit.
Yeah. Cleveland, I would say, hey, man, it's a must win now. y'all have to go in there with the mentality we're gonna go win tonight, and we're gonna win the series tonight. Because when we go back home, there's no doubt. So if they go in there with the mentality they're going to play some defense, win the series, hold Cade to under those 8 assists.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Keep Duncan Robinson from getting off, and we should be fine, man. Let's
Chico,
go.
you brought up. I learned so much from you and your wording and your phrasing when you on the up and up, because you said something just then that triggered a thought in my head that I want to clarify. Cade lack of double-digit assists is not necessarily, do I want to make it look like he's ball hogging. One of the ways that you prevent him from getting assists is ball denial to the pass recipient. Your defense can keep him from making certain passes. Front of man, be aggressive, reach in while he's dribbling. Like, you can make it uncomfortable for him to complete passes, which is what's going to keep the assist down. And after I heard you say that, I didn't want to frame it like the dude is some kind of ball hog and just don't pass the ball. And so the Cavaliers have been doing a good job in helping him keep his assists down.
I agree, dog. Shout out to the Cavs. We're going to see who wins. Y'all let us know in the chat right now who y'all going for, Pistons or Cavs, Spurs or the Timberwolves. The Knicks, of course, have advanced along with the OKC Thunder. They, bumped my boy out, LeBron James. He might not even be a damn Laker anymore. So we're going to go there, man. First of all, we could, let's just talk about that, man. Potential landing spots for the Lakers or for LeBron. How would the Lakers handle this? Where are we going with this, Unc?
Let me say something to the idiots out there, first of all.
The idiots?
Yeah, I got to say something to the idiots, Chico.
Oh, man, here the idiots go.
If you were of the thought or persuasion that somehow LeBron's 8-year tenure in Los Angeles has been a failure, a waste of time, and you're not saying the same thing about the Joker with Denver, STFU. If you're saying LeBron's 8 years with the Lakers has been a failure and didn't live up to expectations and he should leave and the Lakers shouldn't even want him, and you're not saying the same thing about the Bucks wanting Giannis, STFU. Because let me tell you why, Chico. I'm going to hit you with the facts. Damn opinions. I'm going to hit you with facts. LeBron Lakers, 1 championship, 1 finals, 2 Western Conference finals, 1 final MVP. Giannis with the Bucks, same window of time. 1 championship, 1 finals, 2 Eastern Conference finals, 1 finals MVP. Joker with the Nuggets, 1 championship, 1 finals appearance, 2 Western Conference finals appearance, 1 finals MVP. It's the same damn thing for all 3 of them, but y'all want to say LeBron or the Lakers or one or the other has wasted their time. But you ain't saying it about Joker with the Nuggets. You ain't saying it about Giannis with the Bucks. And it is the same outcome: 1 championship, 1 other finals appearance, 2 Western Conference or Eastern Conference finals, and 1 finals MVP for all 3 of them. And so, just like we know Giannis might be getting up out Milwaukee, but Milwaukee wants him, to try to paint a narrative that the Lakers shouldn't even want him be like painting a narrative that the Nuggets shouldn't want the Joker. Because when you look at it, LeBron, 1 championship, 1 finals, 2 Western Conference finals, 1 finals MVP. Joker, 1 championship, 1 finals, 2 Western Conference finals, 1 final MVP. Same period of time. What's the difference? The difference is y'all be hating on Bron because Bron is the one who makes y'all stop talking about MJ, and Joker and Giannis don't. That's simple. If I was Lakers, I would absolutely want that man back.
What about that man right there, too? We'll get into that in a minute because Lakers have a lot of free agents that they need to, find a way whether they're going to sign or just move on from. And one of them is the big man, Aiden. One of them is AR-15. Got to find out what we're going to do with him. But let's go to, first of all, before we go there to the free agents, let's talk about right here, Stephen A's A-list, as far as where the top 5 options for LeBron to be next year. What you think about this list?
I know that because he has 5 things listed, he has to name 5 things, but to me, retire is not one of the 5. That's
Okay.
that's that's probably in the top 10. I think whether LeBron recognizes it or not, whether LeBron wants to or not, the people, the league, the TV contracts, everybody deserves a farewell tour. We should know going into the year when it's going to be LeBron's final year. He's done so much for the game and the game so much for him. It should not be he retires in the offseason. He needs and deserves a farewell tour. I'm taking 5 off the list. I'm saying he's going to come back.
Mm.
And I would narrow it down to really 2 places for me, Chico, if you throw the list back up, even though they're not in necessarily the order I'm about to say. Stay with the Lakers or go home. I mean, if you could find a way to keep Mitchell and Harden in Cleveland and LeBron join them and take a little pay cut to be back home, I would put Cavaliers at 1, Lakers at 2. And I'm not sleeping on what he could do if he teamed up with Steph and them at Golden State. But I would say this. You're not going to convince me that his playing career from an ability standpoint is over. not when he was dropping 23 plus in the playoffs every night. Not when, look at this now. A 41-year-old man won a series that y'all said he wasn't going to win. And now you want to say, oh, but KD didn't play. KD got to ass whooping one of them nights. And then all of a sudden re-hurt again.
And Luka didn't play.
And Luka didn't play.
Luka didn't play.
A 41-year-old man that y'all said wasn't going to win a series, won the first one, swept the next one. But in both series, nobody on either team, his own team or the opponent, had better production than him. He outscored everybody, out-assisted everybody. And y'all saying he ain't got no value no more?
Right.
Yeah, shit.
No, he definitely has value. And that's why Stephen A wants him on the Knicks. But you're one of those people that's crowning him and putting him already on the Cavaliers or the Knicks, and they're not even done playing yet. What if one of those teams win the title? I think it automatically says, they exit, LeBron from the possibility of joining the team. Now, if Cleveland mess around and lose this series, and I see him going there, I can see him going there. If the Knicks mess around and get to the finals and can't get over the hump, I can see that being a possibility. But right now, I think it's too early to say. I think the Lakers are still in the league right now. It's a possibility to join up with Steph and take a huge pay cut and possibly recruit another guy to come back or to go to Golden State. So everything is open, I think, for LeBron. But I think the main thing, what it's going to be kind of hinging on is what's going to happen with Bronny James. Will he stay in LA and LeBron say, go off on your own, young whippersnapper, and fly on your own, or come back with me when I go back to Cleveland, or if I go to another team, you come join me there. What would happen with Bronny is what I'm thinking also.
It's a non-factor for me. If I am LeBron James, which I am not, I've already achieved what has never been achieved, and I've played with my son. We good. We ain't got to keep playing together. Yeah, we checked that box. We went to a playoffs together. We won a series together, and we got swept together. Like, we good.
Mm-hmm.
What we do from here on out, it'd be beautiful. We can still do it together. But hell, we might end up, and it might be you and Bryce somewhere, me and Bryce somewhere. But we don't have to. This doesn't me and you staying together, son, doesn't have to be the first box we check. We did that, whether it was manufactured, orchestrated, or whatever. We did that. History was made. We keep doing it. Like, we good on that. So if you can't come back to the Lakers, you can't come to Cleveland to go stay with me, I'm not. That's not a deal breaker for me if I'm LeBron.
But if he mess around and stay and he mess around and get cut, we're gonna make that phone call now. We'll make that phone call to bring you wherever I am. And I saw online that Bryce might be entering the league, entering the draft also. I don't know whether that was what do you call that? One of those spoof sites or something like that. But
yeah. Man, my daughter was with me at Jackson State in the early mechanics of the pregame show during the pandemic. And then that first spring, she was in Colorado with me. Loved every minute of it. Loved every minute of it. But when it came time for her to take other opportunities and we had to do things differently, it never can be undone. The toothpaste ain't going back in the tube, but it don't be nothing that we got to force to keep happening.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you on that one.
I want to hit you with this, Chico.
Hit
it's
me.
Still on a bronze subject, right? you have this thing called like the Iron Man Award or Iron Man recognition when somebody, plays a lot more than anybody else, right? And right now, Mikal Bridges is like that Iron Man in the NBA. He's never missed a game, Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
He leads the NBA in total minutes since entering the league. He's got over 21,000 career minutes already, and he's led the league in minutes 3 of the last 5 years. Here's what Mikal Bridges would have to do just to tie where LeBron James is if LeBron was to have had his last game. He's got to play 82 games every year, keep averaging 33 plus minutes per game, and do it for 15 more seasons and stay full-time starter until age 44. That is the gap between the current Iron Man and the overall Iron Man. Got to play 82 more games a year for 14 years and average 33 minutes in those games just to tie what LeBron has played.
That's crazy. From what LeBron's doing, man. I think that I heard Stephen A. Smith even say this, that if I'm LeBron James' teammate or even played against him, have his number, Olympics or whatever, in the vicinity of him, can talk to him, shake his hand, and I'm a ball player too in the league, especially somebody that he knows and respect that would give you 2 or 3 minutes, ask him how in the hell is he surviving this long at this level? What are you doing? What are you eating? Is it the avocado ice cream like Tom Brady? Are you only having sex 3 nights a week instead of 4? Are you in the sauna how many times a night? What are you doing? Are you jogging at nighttime? What are you eating for breakfast? What the hell is going on? I need to find out.
You named 2 right there. And there's no way I'd be in that industry and have LeBron's ear on this side or Brady's ear on the other side, not asking them questions. I remember Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, when he was and still actively doing commercials with Aflac and Coach Saban. And he was like, "No, you don't think when me and that man in between scenes, I ain't asking him questions about staff, about player development, about player scouting, about evaluations, about how his practices start and finish. If this guy has won that many times or been there to win it, even when he didn't win it, and I'm in the same, you don't think I'm going to ask him stuff and take notes?
Yeah.
You think I'm just going to hang around with him in a play duck and just go about my business?
Something going to rub off.
Yeah.
Figuratively or you know what, Unc? Every time I've seen or meet a celebrity or a successful person, quote unquote, I'm not the type of person, can I get a picture? Can I do this? Can I shake it? I will go up and if I could just touch him, pause, get that energy from a handshake or a fist bump, that's good for me, dog. You know what I mean? Like when Flavor Flav said to me, you know what? I know there's gonna be some circles in the chat right now, but it's all good. But when he said to me, "You're a legend too," because I went up to him, "Hey, legend." He said, "You know what? You're a legend." Whether he was playing around or whatever, but he pointed back at me and said that and put that into me. Hell, I received it.
You got
Because it's coming from a legend.
I'm not gonna say you got fully wrecked, but you got like half chub, just a little throb.
Here we go again. How did we get there? I'm talking about the legend Flavor Flav. You love Chuck D. I thought you was gonna be like, you know what?
And let me tell you this. In the month of May, Chuck D has reshared 2 of my stories.
No.
And yeah, I tell you.
Now you talking about being hard about something.
I tell you, I said half chub.
This man here harder than Chinese Mandarin, trying to learn that in sign language. What?
I said half chub. Yeah.
You're tougher than leather.
Chico, can I hit you another Braun thing before we eat you?
Appreciate that, my fam. What's up?
You are a legend for real, Chico. Because we talked about Braun and the career and the people who say it's been a waste of time in the Lakers, be that for the Lakers or for him personally, whatever. LeBron's 4-6 finals record. Let's talk about that. 4 and 6 in the finals. I mean, he's been 10 times because you had to add the 4 plus the 6. And in the 10, the first number is 4. He's won 4, which means he's lost 6 of them. Dog, I've said this one before, and I'm going to say it again because I love repeating this one. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter in NBA history. And the last time I checked, to score in basketball, you got to shoot it in the hoop. The greatest shooter in NBA history has only been to the playoffs, not the finals. He's only been to the playoffs 40% of his career, which means 60% of his career, he was in Cancun before we got to May. LeBron has been in the finals 43% of his career. Not just the playoffs, not the second, the finals for more than Steph has made the playoffs. Now, here's another crazy one, Chico. It ain't but 32 teams in the NBA, right? Something like that.
Right.
LeBron is 4-6 in the finals in 23 years of playing. And he has won more rings than 25 NBA teams. So y'all want to laugh at him being 4-6. He got 4 rings, and that's more than 25 other teams. How is that a failure?
It's not a failure, dog.
I've been to Beyonce's house 10 times, 4 of my hit, and y'all laughing at me.
Lord have mercy, dog. Come on, man.
That's a lie. Oh my God.
Hey, man, listen. That's something right
You're
there.
not going to make me be ashamed of 4-6, Chico. This is what I'm saying.
But when you compare it to Jordan, that's the thing, though. Everybody got that hanging on.
Jordan is 6-0 in the finals,
and that's what people gonna hang it on forever.
He didn't go at all.
Yeah, but that's what people gonna hang it on forever. When he did get a chance to go, when he went there, they're gonna say he was 6-0. They're gonna count out the year he got bounced by Orlando. Well, he wore 45, or he had just came back. Okay, they're gonna count that out. They're gonna count out the years before that against the Pistons, where he was young and Scottie wasn't developed yet or even there yet. Well, they're going to have excuses for it, but then they're going to say when he got there, he was 6-0 then. That's what people remember, That's all. That's what it's about.
I'm not mad at Chico. You're
That's
right.
what they remember.
What I'm saying is, them 10 times I went to Beyonce's house, even them 6 where I didn't win, I walked out there with something, Chico. I left there with something.
And then the fact that you were there at that house
10 times.
10 times.
He been 6.
And the fact that the ones that you did, as you said, were successful on, the 4 times that you did smash, you did it under the conditions of you had to do it while other people might have been in the house. The lights might have been on, company there.
Blue wouldn't go to the head. Blue on no-dos, the coffee running around.
Yeah, it was under tough conditions also. And it was against a great team. You saw the teams that LeBron had to go against, in the finals and things. So
it took Boobie Gibson with him.
To still hit under those circumstances. Hey, shout out to Delonte West, man, who's in recovery right now doing his thing.
Over 100 days, man. Shout out to him, man.
Hell.
But yeah, he went to Beyonce's house with a wingman with Delonte.
Right.
Hey, Chico, come with me run this 2-man.
You know what, dog?
Come on, dog.
Man. I thought we was going to go somewhere else with this. Let's go somewhere else with it right now, because you talking about Jigga and B. The Beehive coming out there.
No, that's all compliments. That's all compliments. I compared that lady to a championship.
Trust God and not your situation, circumstances, or even what you see. God got this, and your faith is being challenged. Right now, you've got to believe and stop doubting, second guessing, and tripping. Trust God. Who is that,
Sound like a Shedeur quote.
Close.
It's a prime quote then.
It's a damn prime quote. You can't get Shedeur without prime. That's a prime quote right there.
That's all right though. I like that one.
It's cold-blooded.
Rick James.
I got this. If y'all agree or think otherwise, let us know in the chat right now, man. Coach Prime once again leaving us with some goodness to take in off of Twitter and online social media and stuff like that. I don't know how he do it every day. But appreciate him for doing it, because it's going to hit some people in the right way at some point at the right time. So that's just our quote, Coach Prime, highly inspirational quote of the day.
When you ask Chico and you ask rhetorically how he does it every day, I can tell you, I've seen him do it every day, and he literally every morning spends time alone with just him and his heavenly Father and communion with the Holy Spirit, and will tell you, don't knock on my door, don't bother me, don't say nothing to me until you see the morning word drop.
So you telling me that this not Chat GPT?
Oh no, every morning,
Dang.
every day. I don't care if he could be in the hospital, he could be traveling, it could be a game day, whatever. He's going to do the same thing every morning, and that's spend some time in silence and solitude.
And actually get the word, talk to God.
Yeah, yeah, and then it's like whatever comes from that time is what he drops.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the morning word has been late, and he'll come out the office or out at he got a little sauna thing in the other room. He'll come out of there and be like, "Man, I don't post anything else yet. I hadn't received the word yet. I always want to do my morning word first
before you start anything else." I like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. That's the standard. That's the structure for Coach Prime out there, and a lot of. Hey, what's the equivalent of the standard or structure of like a Coach Prime, as far as let's go NFL or something like that? Like, could that, like, just talk about? I guess we got to put the similarities.
I don't know, because it's so individual, man. It's like, but I will tell you this: all the greats have it in common. All the greats have whether you call it prayer, meditation, solitude. You remember you and I was talking years ago how Aaron Rodgers was do that 48 hours in a dark room.
Right.
All the greats got that in common. One of my favorite Muhammad Ali quotes. They asked him, they said, "Champ, how many sit-ups do you do a day?" And he said, "I don't know." And they was like, "Champ, come on, stop playing with us, man. We see you doing them all the time. How many sit-ups you do a day?" He said, "I don't know, because I don't count till they start hurting."
So I don't even count.
If it ain't hurting, it don't count.
He is scared. That's cold-blooded.
And most of us, Chico, we run from the pain.
That's right.
Them jokers different cloth. They run towards it.
Mm-hmm. They know what's on the other side of it, dog.
Yeah.
And so many people that's scared to. You know, my coach used to say, "Man, all of y'all Negroes want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die." And it's so true.
I got $100. He didn't say Negro though.
Actually, that's what. Actually, he did. That was his word. That was his word.
I appreciate you cleaning the quote up.
The first time he saw me, he didn't use that word. He said, "Oh, that's a big old joker right there." He didn't say joker either. I said, "Damn, I knew I should rest his soul. I knew I should have transferred in when my coach came out there and said,
"Oh no,
I should have transferred. I wanted to go to
not business baby Chico. The way you look at people, they can't look at you the same way.
No, not then. I wanted to be a fine young man, with a great future." He said, "It was a big old strong looking nigga right here." I said, "Damn." I'll never forget that, dog.
He said, "You work down the foundry lifting motors."
He put his hand on my shoulder like this. All right. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but
I like that one, Dan.
Let me say this.
Dan actually put something intelligent up. I like that one.
As you get older, the Lord speaks to you. Okay, I like that. That's a fact. You better stop and listen. Otherwise, it's on you. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Of course, Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Rocks. Dun. Chickadee, of course, is gonna dominate the news cycle, Uncle Neely, for whatever reason, each and every damn day. But let me see what's going on today. I had it up here. Now I don't have it up here. Let's see if I can get it back up here. Here we go. Is Shedeur Sanders paying too much attention to critics on social media? It's the question. If you're going to be a quarterback, is what was quoted by J.R. Cherry and E. Goldie, I think. If you're going to be a quarterback, you can't pay attention to that stuff. What you think about that quote and their thoughts about Shedeur Sanders?
They don't know him. Shedeur be so locked in, man, like particularly game week or practice time, he's not even on social media like that. And then the bigger thing, and I want to put this as number one, just because you see him saying something doesn't mean he's saying it to somebody. That don't mean he's like you look at Coach Prime's thoughts this morning, his daily word this morning. Ooh, I bet he's talking about Rick George. Like, hey, let's stop. So every time you see Shedeur say something, put something out there positive about what he's feeling and vibing right now, a hit dog want to holler, they want to take it personal, like, oh, he's responding to this, or he must be replying to that. The man was at Dairy Queen getting some ice cream. You know, like it ain't got nothing to do with what you're trying to make it, man. And another thing I want to add to it, stop acting like people are not capable of multitasking. You do multiple things in a day.
I'm doing 6, 7 things right now.
Yeah, you don't think he can watch film, rest, get his vitamin training in, and tweet? Come on, dog.
Which is something he's been doing. You know what I mean? So ain't nobody been like, you know what? It might be a slow news day, and that's what's wanting to be put out there. We got to add Shedeur Sanders' name into something. So we're going to say that, you know, he doesn't do this. But his last tweet was actually, let's focus on what truly matters in life and bring others along so we can elevate each other mentally, physically, and spiritually. You talking about somebody right there, Uncle? Is that just a great damn tweet from a young fella right there?
That's just a great damn tweet from a young fella. Like he could have been at a restaurant and somebody was complaining about how long the wait takes, and he was sitting there overhearing their conversation and going, you know what? What's important in life is that we got the ability to get something to eat. It doesn't matter if it's a line. Like stop trying to make it be about something else. Like they just, but you know, they gonna continue to do that because you put his name in something, people click it. So I get it.
Right.
But stop for the people out there, stop falling for it. Just because some talking head want to say, well, Shedeur must have been replying to this. Come on, y'all. Do better.
Please do better. And I think that's what's going to happen this season. Cleveland Browns going to do better. We got the NFL schedule being released. We're waiting on the Cleveland Browns.
They Cleveland Browns,
info,
Chico, have
they're saying
come
they have
in as one of the easiest schedules.
Yep, I was just going to say they have one of the easiest schedules this season. As reports say, what you think about that, Unc? Does that set them up to be a playoff team in that tough North up there with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Ravens, and the Bengals?
I've always maintained with their current roster, current quarterback room, that Shedeur Sanders gives them the best chance to not only make the playoffs, but advance in the playoffs. And I'm going to stand by that. And that was before the schedule came out and they do these rankings. Of course, those rankings are based on last year's finishes, who's coming back, what the starting quarterback has done, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, none of that means nothing because these are professional teams with professional players and professionally coached. And much like Coach Prime used to say about the transfer portal and it being like free agency, he said, y'all got to understand, NFL teams ain't the same every year either. And so just because last year's team sucked and you're saying, oh, we play them, it's going to be easy this year, you know they didn't stay the same, right?
Right.
Like they made changes. But I get it. I get the spirit of the conversation, and you have to have these conversations, these rankings, and it would be more favorable for a quarterback who's going to get the first start for the first game and thereby be the starter arguably all season. You'd rather have the fourth easiest than the fourth hardest. I get that. But you still got to go out there and play and prepare because you're going against grown-ass men who are getting paid millions to stop you, and they're going to try to stop you.
They're getting paid on the other side too, dog. You know, that's the strength of schedule rankings right there. If I can get it out. The Browns' 26 opponents, the home games will be the Ravens, the Bengals, Steelers, Texans, Panthers, Falcons, Colts, and Raiders. So I think they have a good chance to make these playoffs and do their thing. Just depending on what decision they're going to make at that quarterback spot. I think they have some good rookies to come help in and chip out once again this year, like they did last year. Good young team. Stay tuned, man. Y'all let us know if y'all think the Browns going to make the playoffs. Y'all go to mybookie.ag, use the promo code BIWGDOWG, and make your picks and selections right now on the NBA playoffs. Yeah, you got the Preakness this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. WNBA popping off, and you can go bet on NFL coming up also at mybookie.ag. That's where you need to be.
Yes, sir.
I guess this last thing one of the last things we can
I
talk
got
about
something for us
today.
too.
Okay. Well, you want to go yours first?
We can close out with mine because it might get healthy, it might get deep.
Right.
Not just knee deep. She was totally deep when she did the freak with me.
Well, speaking of that, we got a legend. We got a GOAT. And he's going on Drink Champs. Shout out to Nori. Shout out to your dog, Warren Sapp. What you think about Coach Sapp being on Drink Champs? It's coming out tomorrow. Stay tuned for that on Revolt. It's tomorrow. And then YouTube
Revolt
Saturday.
tomorrow, then YouTube. Yeah. So depending on your platform, you will see it. It's amazing, Chico. Let me take him off real quick. Let me say this, just me and you talking. Then bring it back on. Okay. It's amazing when other folks do stuff that me and you been doing, it don't get criticized. But when me and you do it, people question it. Let me tell you exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
There was a perfect example right there of joint ventures between networks. It's going to be on Revolt first, then it's going to be on YouTube. Oh, but the minute we come out last year and say, hey, we're going to do this on the Pregame Network and then do that on Big Dog Chico, and we're going to do Prime Parents on Big Dog Chico, and then do this on, what they crazy, da, 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 da.
They got it on Revolt, the Black Effect network the next day, and then YouTube the following day. So that's 3 different networks it's going through.
And there's going to be a bevy of people who watch it on YouTube, and it's going to be the first time they've seen it.
Yep. Absolutely.
They understand that different platforms and networks and algorithms can work for you in sharing and re-releasing content. Ain't no little brother, big brother. We all eating. Now, to your question about Coach Sapp. Perfect venue for him, his personality, comfortable there. They film in Miami. He's down there in Miami doing his thing. I'm looking forward to watching it. I seen some clips. What's the day? Today is Wednesday. Chatted via text with Sapp on Sunday night, Mother's Day. I'm looking forward to seeing it, man, because without him having the walls, right, having to operate in, because I work for a Power 4 institution and got a contract and got all this kind of stuff, you'll get Sapp being Sapp. He once told me that about Wednesday with Warren. He said, dog, I mean, when we bring Wednesday with Warren back, what they think I'm finna hold back more now? Like it's
just like he let it loose. And like you said, those restraints and things are not there anymore of being a coach. And that was one of the things that kind of deterred me from being a coach. Other than the long hours, was the fact that I gotta try to maintain a certain image,
absolutely,
to be a role model to these kids, and there's nothing wrong with that,
No.
But if you don't feel like, and I'm not saying I don't feel like I could have, but I just knew what comes with that, the standards in the state.
Yeah, that wasn't your priority at the time, that's a lot to give up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's the same thing with Sapp or anybody like Warren, Coach Sapp, is that, do I want to give up these things for the rest of my life? Do I want to give up not being able to go hunting, fishing, or whatever I like to do when I want to do it?
Yeah.
That's simple.
And
as
when
that.
I do it all day. We hunt all day, Chico.
Exactly. I ain't gonna be I need to come back at this time. No, dog. Like Uncle Neely said, I don't care if I got 5 or 50 in the barrel. I'm hunting all day.
All day.
Shit, coach. Come back for a meat. Damn,
no, I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. It's gonna be some must-see TV. Sapp Daddy doing his thing out there. Shout out to him.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Coach Warren Sapp, the legendary QB killer. And shout out to Nori and Drink Champs, Revolt, Black Effect, and everybody else out there. You
Yeah.
understand me? Unc, you want to leave us? What you got something for us on this final
Oh
segment?
yeah, man. I got something for us because people acting brand new out here in these streets. Chico, I happen to be born and raised in Mississippi. You happen to be born and raised in Alabama. Both of those states are in the South. Both of those states are located in America. And
Oh,
sometimes Chico,
Phew.
racism in America can become so intertwined that when you speak against racism, people will think you're speaking against America. Because the
Damn.
lines get so blurred because of the history.
Mm.
What does that have to do with football? I'll tell you what it has to do with football. Lane Kiffin, LSU coach, former coach at Ole Miss, recently did an interview, and he brought up the challenges of recruiting to Ole Miss, and that there were times that parents or grandparents would say, "Do I really want to send my child, insert black child, to Oxford, Mississippi?" Now, there's been pushback out there, man. Oh, he just saying that because he left. He wouldn't say that while he was there. All those things can have merit, Chico, but that doesn't mean that what he said is not true.
Mm-hmm.
I have been involved for more years than I can count, helping Jackson State, my dear old college home recruit. And on many occasions, I've gotten asked, what is it really like living in Mississippi? And I have to
Wow.
explain to them that Jackson ain't like the rest of Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah, black sheriff, black police chief, black city council, black folks. Like it ain't like but you get those questions even in 2026 or in 2024, 25, whatever it was the lane was Coach Kiffin was referring to. But I find it interesting the number of people inside and outside the state who want to act like Coach Kiffin is making this up. And what that
Okay.
says to me is if you believe that, black, white, young, or whatever, then you just believe black folks got amnesia and don't remember nothing. Like a lot of these things that happened in our rich history in this country,
Mm.
people are still alive from.
Right.
You're not talking 150 years ago. You're talking 50 years ago. Hell, I'm 55. Coach
Mm.
Brian about to be 6. Like people were alive during this. Now, should he or could he have said it while he was at Ole Miss? Could have, should have, and that would have helped move the needle further. Because he would have been in a position as the head coach of Ole Miss to say, hey, man, we got to do something to clean up our perception around the country because we're losing potential recruits because I keep getting this question. That probably would have been the best leadership role to do it at the time.
Yeah.
But that don't mean he lying. And then that don't mean LSU don't have the same issues because listen to this, Chico, and this is just history. This is just knowledge. One of the most, for lack of a better word, brutal units that fought for the South was the Louisiana Tigers in the Civil War. And that's how LSU got its mascot name, was named after them.
Mm.
We're all tied to it.
Yep.
And there's efforts now trying to erase it, gerrymandering districts, all that. We can have a conversation on that later.
Yep.
But my point is, when I saw people actually suggesting that somehow Lane Kiffin is lying, you don't talk to black folks, do you?
Mm. Now, when I said that, I know you kind of was joking with me because I was saying this because of my perception when I was getting recruited by schools in Mississippi, and that was exactly my thoughts. And I came from next door in Alabama. Now I didn't visit Mississippi a lot, so everything was just perception, and which I think that a lot of parents of these players that he recruited came from that same kind of thought process of, well, is it like this in Mississippi? Because this is what I heard. Is it like this? And I think he's factual about this, because it's true. So I think him going down to LSU will open up more doors for him. I think he feels like, but just that perception of Ole Miss and the Rebels, and I think he has a point, dog. And I don't think a school like Mississippi State or Ole Miss, especially even now in this NIL era, I don't think they're going to be able to attract the consistent amount of players enough to win and compete for championships on a championship level each and every year because of that reason right there. You can go right across the road to Alabama, which I think have worked on a lot. They worked on that perception a lot, as far as racial and stuff in Tuscaloosa. I think they worked on that a lot by winning football games at Alabama.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah,
Let
winning
me go
football
there.
games with black bodies. I thought you were talking about some
Right.
governmental efforts.
No,
That's
because it's still there.
That's where me and you go chat back and forth. Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, it is all the same.
It's all the
Stop
same.
playing.
It's all the same. So that's why I kept saying perception.
And Ole Miss made it as far as they made it last year because Lane Kiffin is an excellent recruiter, excellent coach.
Right.
And he was able, just like Nick Saban, to get people to look past certain things and come.
But could he have done that on a consistent basis at Ole Miss?
We don't know, but we know he did it.
I think
that was his team in the playoffs.
Feel like right? Yeah. But
one thing
they
I don't
have
want
done
to
that for the next 5 years. Is what I'm saying.
I'm not trying to abridge your thoughts. One thing I don't want to happen is the conversations become totally different from when the conversation started.
Which
the
is
conversation was started by me simply saying or trying to say this. Ain't a problem in the world you're going to solve by not talking about the problem. So to go down this narrative, but it's a little better here, a little bit. No. This is an America issue. Because the Supreme Court ruling that just happened, it didn't happen for the South. It happened for every state.
Right.
This is an America issue. And you can't not have these conversations, especially when someone attempts to have the conversation and you try to say, oh, he lying or he just saying that because he ain't there no more. Because the conversation make you uncomfortable.
Lane said he really apologized if anybody at Ole Miss or in Mississippi was offended by that. That's what he said in a 4-hour interview. He said, let me see, that's a narrative that coaches have been fighting forever. It wasn't calculated by bringing it up, Kiffin said. And
it just is what it is. And trust me, I have represented players at Louisiana State University. Might be having one on next week, totally different from this subject. They got the same issues. You have people who are in other parts of the neighboring South, and they understand Louisiana's history. You got people that understand Mississippi's history, Alabama's history.
So do you think that it was just a lateral move for him, is what you're saying? Like going from Ole Miss to LSU? He's going to have the same issues, same problems?
No, again, Chico, now you're trying to, now the conversation becomes something that the conversation wasn't supposed to be about. No, that wasn't no lateral move. LSU is a premier football job. Ole Miss is not. That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm talking about
lateral move.
But as far as
all I'm simply saying to you is every state in the South and even every state in the nation got blood on his hands. Now, people could try to make like Mississippi got more, but it was 9 little girls in the basement of a church in Alabama.
Yeah, I don't think it's more.
On and on. Again, so we're not trying to compare it. I'm literally talking about a head coach saying this was an issue I faced coaching a school in Mississippi. And people saying he lying. That's what I'm talking about. I know he ain't lying because I faced it at an HBCU in Mississippi. And I know people who faced it trying to get people to come to Tuskegee in Mississippi. In Alabama.
Because of the perception.
The issue I'm trying to get us to understand is not talking about it don't solve it.
So are we talking about it right now, guys? Are trying to talk about it right now? Y'all let us know in the chat what y'all feel, what y'all think about this situation right here. Lane Kiffin and his comments on recruiting and Ole Miss and Mississippi and black players and so on. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section. We should revisit this, I'm sure, on another episode of TMR Live with Uncle Damn Chico. You understand me? Unc, you want to leave him with something else before we get up out of here?
I'm going to go to lunch.
Because you got jam in your legs and you're ready to spread, I bet. All right.
Neely ain't missing no meals.
Neely ain't missing no meals.
Manny might miss that horn at the beginning of the show.
Well, y'all don't miss our website that's popping right now that we have new merch on, and we're going to continue to drop new merch on. Y'all go there and check it out. uncandchico.myshopify.com is the website where you can click on and go get some merch like like that right there, doing numbers that we have out there. We got Speed Hustle, we got Consistency Wins, we got Unc and Chico merch, and everything else. Go there, check it out, and rock with your dogs. You feel me? That was a pause for Unc
Good,
to come
sir.
in and talk about the beautiful Boulder, but I'll do it myself. The beautiful Boulder
Oh, you was on the roll,
Hotel
man.
at theboulderbroker.com, where you can go and schedule your stay as of right now. You know, got some nice hotel rooms, comfy beds, and a nice bar area where you might run into Unc or somebody else that you might know
I
or
never
need
run
to
into
know
me.
or get to know at
I got a, I got a, I got a,
theboulderbroker.com.
I got a back cave entrance. You can't follow me in.
Lord have mercy.
Then,
Also,
then Danny be trying to see what room I'm in. I have to look around before I get on the elevator.
what you need to do is just get you some insurance first so you'll be covered. You know what I mean? Like old grandma's quilt out there. And you can do that by calling 303-343-3515 or go to the website. That's www.denisesmithinsurance.com. That's a new website. Y'all saw it scrolling across on the ticker throughout the show. So go there and support and let her know that Uncle Chico sent ya. You dig?
Grandma's quilt.
MyBookie.ag, MyBookie.ag. That's where you need to be.
You know, we got enough songs. Shout out to 420. Chico finally using more and more and more of it. Chico, speaking of making your plans for the beautiful Boulder Broker, do not forget it is official and more times in TV will be announced in coming days and weeks. But that Georgia Tech week 1, you know, it already got announced. It moved to a Thursday. It is going to be an 8 p.m. Eastern game, 6 p.m. Mountain, and will be live on ESPN. So week 1, Prime goes back to Georgia. Juju goes back home.
ATL
8 p.m.
shouted.
kickoff Eastern in the ATL for that week 1 against Georgia Tech.
Unc, I know it's going to be some people calling you about tickets and things of that nature because we're going back to the South.
Well, let me say something, man.
Unc got to say so.
First of all, dog, I ain't man, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot, dog. You closed mouth don't get fed.
That's right.
Ask away.
That's right.
You never know. But I got a dude, man, hit me. Hey, dog, can I get 3 tickets, 3 sideline passes for the Georgia Tech game? I don't even know your real name, man. Like, I know your screen name. Like, what? Like, I don't know you like that. Not to mention, Chico, what the game being played at?
In ATL, shouted. Away from Colorado.
Yeah, it's not a Colorado game. You need to be calling somebody at Georgia Tech asking them for something. That man said, and then Chico, dude got he ain't half for one.
I need 3, shouted, for me and my people. Because I need to bring other folks that you don't know. Forget your people that you know at ATL, that if you do have a connect for, that you're going to try to use it.
That'd be my other thing, Chico. I'm like, okay, let me pretend something. Let me pretend I got the hook. Let me pretend I got the hookup.
No.
Let me pretend the hookup is unlimited. No, for this, let's pretend the hookup is limited. I got the hookup, but I ain't got but 12. Now, how you figure you getting 3 of them and I don't even know you? So again, man, closed mouth don't get fed. Do what you got to do in life and ass. But you got to have some reality to your ass. Chico, can I give you a life and times of Uncle Neely's story before we get out of here?
You definitely can anytime. Let's go.
I pull up at the detail shop, get out. Guy just hang around the shop, you know, doing little stuff, odds and ends. I get out the car. Hey, big man, you got 20 I can hold? No, bro. I ain't got that. I sit down, they detail in the car. He's sitting next to me. The spirit just moved me, Chico. So let me help this brother out. I said, hey, dog, let me help you out a little bit. I said, first off, your number too high. You know, you come out better trying to get $5 from $5 from 4 people than $20 for one. I said, second of that. Now, not me. I'm just talking about most people. Now, not me. Most people not gonna think a big man is a compliment.
Yeah.
So you insult the Joker, then you ask for 20. I'm trying to help you win. You know what the Joker did, Chico? He said, hey, little fella, you got 5 I can hold.
What's wrong with this?
Oh. Chico.
Up gave him begging advice.
And he implemented it on me.
He implemented it immediately. I gave you the play. It ain't gonna work on me. Go use it on the next person.
It's for your next mark.
I'm giving you the game. You know what? That reminds me of what just happened to me this weekend, right? Look, check this out. Same type of situation damn near. I'm sitting at my daughter's little softball, what they call a potluck out here. Do we use the same term in the South? Potluck?
Yeah, potluck. Everybody brings something.
Yeah, everybody brings something.
Can't eat everybody potluck now, Chico.
No, you definitely no doubt.
Some people like
anyway,
cats lick the spoon.
Little girl and her family came by from another team and said, I'm selling Chex Mix.
Yeah.
Right? Little homemade Chex Mix. And she said, I'm selling these. So I'm like, oh. Hit her with the stiff arm first, but politely. Tap those pockets. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. I don't have cash, right?
Oh, I got cash out.
I could have left it at that. But no, I want to give them the advice like you just did, right? Which they turned around and used on me immediately. So I'm like, as I'm eating my potluck food, I'm like, I can't just send them on the way and give them a stiff arm. I'm going to give them some advice. Maybe if you get Cash App, you'll get more people because it's hard. You know, people don't carry cash nowadays, right? Put my head back down. Yeah, that'll do it. I got Cash App. You're not supposed to have it. Damn. How much the Chex Mix? 10? 10? It's Chex Mix.
You can go to the store and get the real Chex Mix for less than that.
Oh. What we doing? What we trying to get to Colorado? Colorado? You lucky. Damn. Give me the Cash App. So I sent them the 10 right there. But the point is, yeah, you give them advice and they use it. Easy right there on you. And now you on the spot.
Man, that man did an Easky, boy. That man went from big man 20 to little fella 5.
Hold up. Time out. Y'all thought we was gone. Nah, we ain't gone. We got one more thing.
This our show. We stay how long we want to.
Speaking of pocket watching and fumbling the ball, fumbling the bag, what you think about Aries Spears and Vlad TV and what's going on with them? Did you catch up on it?
Yeah, I enough to be able to have a conversation about it. Yes.
Okay. Well, Aries was getting paid basically up to $4,000 to come sit down with Vlad TV to talk for an hour or two.
Sure.
And then he found out that somebody else was getting paid $25,000. Mm-hmm. So he felt like he should go to Vlad based off the comments he see on the videos and based off of I guess responses he getting and say that, hey, you know, my stuff is going viral. I need a pay raise. Right. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he went about it the wrong way. I guess Vlad felt the same way after their conversations and they didn't get see eye to eye. And now Vlad basically said, F you're off the platform. And now Aries is basically out of $4,000 to come there and sit down and talk and get paid to promote himself to get more bookings out there because so many people are seeing Vlad TV with 6 million plus followers out there. What you think about Aries Spears, quote unquote, fumbling the bag and Vlad TV stiff arming him and saying, hey man, we're going the opposite direction. Forget you.
So first of all, I'm be clear on this, man. Fuck Vlad. Like he ain't fumbling no bag. I totally agree with Vlad not wanting to pay it. I totally agree with Aries went about the wrong way. But just because I take a loss on something and I decide I don't want to work with that person no more, that's not a loss. Because let me tell you this, they both handled it wrong and they both handled to it wrong that, man, I don't want to work with you if that's how you are. Because Vlad don't do nothing but keep on talking about it.
And he's monetizing it.
That's my point. And it's like, just because you're paying me something, and I feel let me say this. Let me take it from the beginning from my perspective, because you like to hop around and change the subject midstream.
Oh yeah.
Just because someone is making comments does not mean your clip is actually going viral. There is an internal algorithm to measure that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm paying you $4 to be a guest, and I'm paying Boosie $20. Yes, I can see where you should get a pay raise, but it's not enough to pay you what I was paying Boosie.
Right.
If you get mad at that and don't want to come on, cool. I ain't no issue with that. I can't pay what I ain't got. Let me be clear. The morning run don't pay guests.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody y'all see on our platform, they showing up for the love.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't never paid the guests.
Which most platforms don't.
No, but I tell you this, I would love for that to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to have it. that ain't the space I live in.
Right.
So we don't have paid guests. And I have been asked that before. I have reached out to somebody about being a guest, like, hey, what y'all pay? We don't. We good. They want no hard feelings.
Somebody actually asked?
Yeah. That's why I don't understand this childish ass. And that's what I hate about this space. I don't care if it's Aries, Vlad, Corey Hogan, who it is. Why you just can't talk your talk and do your show? Why everybody got to call out somebody and belittle somebody and berate somebody and put people business in the streets? Example, I have invited somebody to be a guest. They wanted to be compensated for it. We didn't have it. I didn't do a show talking about them.
Well, I think that's what the difference is. Like, they had a private conversation about, a pay raise, right? Which was supposed to stay private.
Yes.
Aries came out and said something about it first, which made Vlad respond.
And again, that's why I'm saying both of them are wrong for that.
Mm.
But you're not going to sit here and convince me I fumbled a bag because I don't work for Vlad no more.
Time out.
It's 100 Vlads out there.
No, that's where you're wrong. I feel like, there's not 100 Vlads out there.
Let me tell you how it is.
TV.
Does Country Rain work for Vlad?
No.
Go do your own thing.
Oh yeah, of course you can go do your own thing. But has he been doing that?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to sit here and put somebody in a position of authority over me because they're paying me. And then because I choose to walk away, somebody paint that as I fumbled the bag. I can go get $4,000 picking up cans.
You could, but it'll take you longer than the Vlad interview, I'm sure. Right.
But if I don't like that person or want to deal with that person, my mental and spiritual health have a value to me. Okay, and once you cross the line that I don't want to be around you, that ain't a fumble. It's like Chico. When I
100% agree with what you just said. 100% agree with that.
It's like Chico. When I loan somebody $100, they don't pay me back. That ain't a loss. It cost me $100 to get you out of my life.
Get rid of them. Yeah. But in this case, it seemed like Aries wanted to negotiate a higher price. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to get out of there. He wanted higher pay, right? And when Vlad wanted to talk to him about it, and Aries said, give me, or Vlad said, give me time to go look at the numbers. That's like me telling, hey man, we're doing this show together, but I need to get paid $2,000 instead of $1,000, right? And you say, okay, Chico, I'm gonna go look at the numbers and I'll get back to you, right? Okay. And when you get back to me, I don't respond back to you for a couple days. Okay. And then I'm like, nah, I'm good or whatever. Right. Okay. And you feel like, well, I've stopped everything I've done to get the numbers to you, and now you're saying forget about it or whatever. You ain't
never made a sales pitch to somebody and got all those documents together and didn't hear nothing back from them?
Did you feel a certain way about that?
Yeah, but did you go public about it? Did you become a little hoe and go do a show about it? No, you didn't.
But they did. They said something.
And that's my point. That's where I'm at. Right there is where we reached the fork in the road, and I can't jail with neither one of y'all because I don't roll like that.
Mm.
That's why I'm saying both of them to me are fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel
that man got the right to ask for more money. That man got the right to deny it. And it should have just been over.
And it should have just stayed right there.
And so that's why I'm not picking sides and go, but Vlad got $6 million. So let me placate to him because he got $6 million. Man, fuck Vlad. And when I say Vlad, that mean an X. That mean anybody with bigger numbers than me. Go to work.
No, I feel you. I think Aries
We ain't
should
got
go
all the
to
6
work.
million people in the world.
I think Aries should figure out how to monetize like Vlad doing, because Vlad has said I made 50 to 100,000 from just responding to what Aries has put out on Instagram Live and stuff. In other words, he
But
put
we
out
don't
this.
know that Aries ain't either just because he ain't talking about it.
Well, you got to have a platform to monetize.
Who
Can't
said
just be
he ain't
putting stuff
got
out there.
one?
I mean, we can look and
Aries
see.
on Facebook, Aries, like see, I hate to get into the nuances of it because again, it pivots the argument, the discussion, the debate, the facts away from where they started. Where I'm starting is, I want more money. You don't want to give it to me. It turns to an argument. You display characteristics on both sides I don't want to work with. I'm done with it. And I'm not going to you. No, dog, hold on. You framed it. You asked me.
Yeah.
You said, did he fumble the bag?
I want you to get the.
We can sing at the same time. We can't talk at the same time.
I want you to get the full understanding so you're not singing the wrong song or responding to the wrong song.
You clearly said to me, did he fumble the bag because Vlad got 6 million followers? That's what you said.
Yeah, and he could go on there
so
and
how
get
do I get
paid
it wrong?
to go on.
How do I get it wrong?
Because Vlad did not deny him the money, is what you just said.
I didn't say he did. I'm just saying Vlad ain't got the only money.
Vlad is the only one that's paying that much money to come on their platform.
You don't know that right now. You don't know that for the future.
Nah, not for the future, but for right now.
That's my point. So why are you sitting here having a whole 10-minute discussion on two grown-ass men that ain't paying you shit?
Because it's a damn discussion that we talking about, and they're not paying me directly, but us talking about it, well, shit.
You can keep 100% of your Aries Vlad conversation profit to yourself. I do not sit up and discuss grown-ass men that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know neither one of them, and I don't care if somebody got
talking about LeBron
followers. That's a sports show.
This is content area that we're discussing right now.
That's what I'm saying. You go do it.
Okay, well, hold up then. Hold up. All right, hold on.
Aries got 6 million. I don't give a damn.
This is what I think. God damn it. I think Aries found a way to fumble the bag, in my opinion, because he can go on there just like people go on the Super Bowl for free, and they end up getting more bookings and more streams from that. I feel like the same thing with Vlad TV. You go on Vlad, whether they pay you or not, you're in front of 6 million subscribers, right, that you probably wouldn't be in front of in the first place. And now you can say what you have to say. People either like it or not. You get more bookings from this because it's exposure on the top of the fact that you're getting paid to come talk. Now, I don't give a damn who you talking about. You tell me, Chico, I'm going to pay you to come talk and give your opinion on some things, right? If I want to raise from that, I'm going to talk about it, and I'm not going to take it publicly. You feel me? Because I feel like if I X that out, and if I don't have a platform to monetize what I'm talking about myself, and I'm getting paid to go here, then that's what I'm going to do. Now, if I don't like the terms and the stipulations of it, that's on you, because you get what you negotiate. Simple as damn that. That's what I'm talking about. Now, thank y'all for coming out. Y'all know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, comment out, the other good stuff. If y'all want to comment on it, you can. If you want to be like Uncle Neely and not comment on it, you ain't got to, god dang it. But it's subject that's out there in the world today that we talking about. You understand me? Unc don't want to talk about it. Well, hell, don't talk about it, Unc. Y'all know what it is. It's Morning Run, biggest dog, Chico to the sea, and the place to be. Uncle Neely, we're going to get up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section. Check you.
Boy, too slide. Wake up, tap in, drop a super chat now. Morning run, go dumb, funniest in town. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. Hey, runners.